one dream, one soul, one prize, one goal, one golden glance of what it should be. It's a kind of magic. I'm sorry, I will never do that again. I probably will. And yes, with all the kind of Queen song away and out of the picture, I'm going to talk to you about Majik today. In particular because I've rank 5'd her, and I'm finding her so amazing when it comes to battling. I do think she's amazing in general. Obviously, a lot of people have said over the years that she is amazing, as per the bufferoonie that she got. But I'm particularly enjoying it. I want to share some great fighting footage, some kind of like tricks and kind of like hints and tips that I've used in order to kind of make her more of a powerhouse, what I'm currently using her against, and her general use in the game. A lot of you may be familiar with Majik with regards to, say, Alliance Wars boss, because she's been a fairly prominent boss as well as a fairly prominent defense placement for a number of months, until the point we had that switches with diversity, and then it was a case she was changed out and you didn't see quite as many, because that was a pain in the ass seeing so many Majiks as defense champions. Now you'll very rarely see like more than one. And what made her a real pest was Limbo. If you've got certain Majiks that have got about 99 as this one has, then you're going to have a real frustration with regards to Limbo, always kind of pinging up, and most of the health that you think you've depleted away, yeah, it's gonna get it back, and you're then gonna be left frustrated going, hey, well, I did all that damage and now boom, it's gone. I've got to do it again to then get Limbo again, which then just leaves a lot of people frustrated. Nowadays, more champions have come into the game that kind of not will nullify, but kind of to take down and reduce the ability accuracy with regards to this. And then you can use Archangel. Danger Sense is a fairly prominent one in correspondence with a synergy link up, and there's a few other different champions that kind of just take out this. So she's not as frustrating as a defense person, but she's still great with regards to offensive and other things based on all these little abilities. And those are nullifying, power stealing, and power locking. Great for power control. And this champion is great against things like all or nothing. As you know, when you're building up to the L3, you don't want to go against something that's building up to L3. You just want to be able to kind of go, right, well, oh, they're at L3. Oh, my game is over because I've just been killed. Now, you don't want that. But this champion is great for it. Yeah, I do like using Damara in the same sense, but I like Majik a little bit more, especially with things like nullifying. And when we're looking at the special attacks, especially on the L2, if you can like build up and then you hit in that power lock, obviously you get the power steal chance, which is great. And then when you link up to, say, the L3, and I had great fun with going against Venom with the L3, and just like looking at all those buffs. You know, it's the Act 4 kind of Venom boss. If you go to him, he gets all those kind of like buffs up at one specific point. And it's kind of cool if you do that and you go to L3, then boom, you just take all those buffs away from me. You just look so sad and kind of like, oh my god, all those buffs got taken away from me. And then you just go, ha 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 ha, you fool. And this is all the sweeter when it comes to then applying the L3, because then you increase your attack. In particular with this champion, this starage in this rank is 753.35. Obviously different starage and also different levels with regards to rank differ with regards to this number. But I'm already done talking. Let's put it into some gameplay. I kind of show how much like this power locking aspect, Limbo works out so well, because obviously the damage from the Limbo buff means that it's then the case that if you're getting hit, you're regenerating back. At the same time, it's kind of like life leeching from the enemy, and kind of like, you know, you're kind of getting some benefit from it, which is cool. Also, I've put her in with a stun synergy group, and you're going to see some really tasty stuff. So we're going to put into a stun, and then we're going to build up and put into another L2. It's like going L2 kind of like chaining, based on the fact that whilst the enemy is stunned, he can't go out and like hit you anywhere. So let's roll this VT.
high. I feel again, we're bringing this back to life. We're picking up where we left off and on again. We never quite could forget, 'cause what we got so intense.
That was an enjoyable, tasty game, especially because this is probably the first 4-star that I've gone with, except for Hulk, I think, where I've not dropped any kind of health. I think in the Hulk one, which is insane on my channel, the insane video, I basically look for a perma-stun. In this one, it's all a case of kind of constant power locking and also like stunning and kind of going into like an L2 state. Then you know, I could have had better luck by just doing constant L1s and seeing if that triggered the stun synergy from that. But I felt more than likely it would be best to then keep at bay a lot of the power that Winter Soldier could generate. And I'm not saying that this is the perfect synergy you should use, but at the same time, it's a handy synergy for long haul fights. Don't think it's recommended for Labyrinth of Legends. That's going to require something of a more substantial character for that. Majik is fantastic, amazing for questing, and amazing with regards to like Realm of Legends. Don't think Road to Labyrinth would be a good shout for it. Some parts of Act 5, yeah, maybe, but there's going to be a lot of stuff that you would like to use other champions for within Act 5. Either way, a great champion, great little synergy. I love working with that synergy. I think it's more for kind of like exhibitions and displays like I do in these videos. Take it as your own leisure to use that synergy in future with regards to Hulk and in Black Widow. But hey, it's all good and it's all fun, and I really enjoyed this champion. I'm currently using her to like defeat Sentinels when it comes to the all or nothing, and at the same time she can be used for other stuff with regards to, say, standard questing that we've got and that comes up. Especially like those little challenges, she can be helpful for that. A lot of great things about this champion, and I'm really happy to rank 5her because I've had a bit of a drought with regards to 5 stars, especially mystic ones that I'd like to use. Morningstar will be the next one, but I'm probably going to rank for her fairly soon. Either way, it's been an absolute delight to play with this champion, and at the same time kind of like put her as more of a kind of fighting force in my roster. I've been RichTheMan. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe for more Marvel Contest Champions based content, and as always, I shall catch you on the flip side. Bye bye for now.